Hey everyone, Techo G here, who's all about tech and travel. Now I'm pretty sure, unless you've been living under a rock, that you know about the Asus ROG Ally that's going to be coming out very, very soon. I know pre-orders are available, and I believe it's going to be released next month, which is kind of cool. Pretty beefy, custom CPU, that's what I meant to say. Custom CPU, cool GPU, Zen 3. I think it's Zen 3 or is it Zen 4? One of the two. Don't know the full specs. I'll put that on paper later. But you should know about this. This is coming out pretty soon. And you know it looks very reminiscent to what? A 1X player. So, very cool system, like I said. Gonna be cool. But something came out, or something has been released on Indiegogo that has shot me into left field. Did you know about this? This right here. This is interesting. So it's the GPD Win Max 2. So it's the pretty much laptop. You can just call it a laptop. It's smaller than your normal laptop, but it's basically a laptop. It's almost bezel-less. It's a really cool looking laptop. So it came out of left field because I really didn't hear a lot about it. This one's gonna be sporting the newest AMD processor, the 7840U. I think that's the only one. Yep, that's the only processor. It's gonna be for it, so no Intel. So the AMD Ryzen 7 7840U, and it's gonna have a AMD Radeon 780M graphics chip. So pretty cool stuff. So 64 gigs of RAM minimum. No, 64 gigabytes of RAM maximum. Now that's pretty cool. 32 gigabytes of RAM as well. I think you can get this in 16 gigabytes. Yep. For the low price, or not really that low, of $800 US. So like I said, this is on Indiegogo right now as part of crowdfunding. And look at that. GPD does not miss a beat when it comes to raising money. 4.3 million, almost $4.4 million. They are making the bucks, and they're not even a big company, and that's why Asus said, yo, let's get in the market so that we can get some of the money that GPD is getting, or One Netbook is getting. But this shot me off because of this little peripheral on the side. Can I make this bigger? I could, but I gotta use my touchscreen. So lots of cool specs. You can go to Indiegogo and read all this. Oh, they're gonna have pen support, just like the predecessor had. Like I said, 64 gigabytes of RAM. Wow, that's pretty impressive. However, it is RDNA 3. What's not gonna be impressive is you cannot take out the RAM and replace it with new RAM or upgrade the RAM. Everything is soldered, so everything's gonna be stuck in. So what you get is what you get. So make sure that when you do pick out the one that you want as far as specs, that it's the specs that you want. Of course, getting up in price, if you want the 64 gigabyte of RAM and 2 gigabytes of storage, and you can always replace the storage. Replacing storage is pretty easy, and it's gonna have, so replacing storage is gonna have the 2280 slot. And that's 2 terabytes. That's going to be internal, so you can take out the backing, take out the 2 terabyte, clone it, take that out, and then put in probably a 4 terabyte, and possibly, it depends on, if it can fit an 8 terabyte SSD. And those are still available. You can get them in Gen 3, but mostly in Gen 4. And that's going to, raise your price even more. I mean, that's going to be like, almost $3,000 if you get this plus an 8 terabyte SSD. That's a lot of money. But this is really cool. And like I said, what's really cool about this, besides having the 64 gigabytes of RAM and 2 terabytes of storage, is that it's going to include this little peripheral right here, the GPD G1. Now, what is that, you ask? That's basically this right here. It's an external GPU that GPD has created for this mini laptop. So this is basically in direct competition to the Asus. And this is funny how Asus made the the Rogue Ally to compete against GPD. GPD made this and added the eGPU to compete with Asus's the X13 and the Z13. That's really funny. So they're really going neck and neck now, and I applaud GPD going after a bigger company. That is so awesome. Now, what I don't like is the price. Now, that price is not really saying we're trying to stick it to a bigger company. That price is saying it's pretty much the same price as a Z13. Now, Z13 by itself. So if you wanted to get the XG Mobile on the side with the 3080 or the 3090 or even the 4000 series NVIDIA GPU, and that's going to take you back even more money. So that's going to be $3,000-$4,000 for that unit from Asus. So this unit right here, the laptop plus the eGPU for actually, that is sticking it to Asus. They're including both. And both are going to be just this one price. So that is sticking it to Asus because Asus has been selling the X13 and Z13 along with the XG Mobile for $2,000 or even more dollars. So that is sticking it to them slightly. And this right here is equivalent to having a mobile NVIDIA 3070 from what I remember reading about this. Like I said, go through all the specs yourself, but equivalent to, again, a mobile NVIDIA 3070. So again, you know that's a little underpowered than an actual desktop 3070. So just like my gaming box here, this is the Aorus, and this has an external 3080. So this is still underpowered from an original desktop 3080, and that has some powerful fans on it, you know, made for a desktop. This was made, again, for external, or for computers that uses Thunderbolt 3. So I'm using my one Mix-4 right here, got this connected to it. So it does play games, you know, better, but I still get hiccups with some games, even some emulators, which is very surprising to me. But this right here, having that, and this all can fit in your book bag very, very nicely, or your backpack, whatever you want to call it. It's fantastic, and it has gyroscope. That is awesome, too awesome. So this is your pretty much your all-around work because of the stylus and your full-size keys. So you can do all your office work, you can use your office and everything else, and you're playing computer. Now everything still has to be mainly on low to get some really good frame rates, but some games you can turn up to medium and some high, older games for the most part, and you can still get some really good frame rates. Like I said, go through the specs yourself and you'll see in the specs somewhere here where it'll show you how much FPS you will get for some games. Man, this is a lot of specs. There we go. Oh, my dog just ringing the bell. I gotta take him out, so I gotta hurry up with this video. Far Cry 6 on low, 86 FPS. Elden Ring on medium, 75 FPS on 1920 by 1200. Whoa, that is impressive. Forza Horizon 5 on high, 64 FPS. War Z, 51 FPS on medium. Valorant, if you play that one, custom. So you got to set the settings yourself. 126 FPS. Whoa, very impressive. Halo Infinite on low, 90 FPS. Horizon 5 on low, 145 FPS. Whoa, that's really cool. So, get you really good FPS on some AAA games. Definitely can't wait to see, did I see God of War? Oh, there it is right there, of course. Low, FSR, 1920 by 1200, 70 FPS. You can't deny that. So, we're going to be really good for games. Of course, it's going to be fantastic for work. So if you're going to do some video editing, audio editing, teaching from it, like I would, it's going to be fantastic. But for me, if I will get it, I will have to get the highest spec one. That is very, very expensive. I don't want to get the 32. I will have to go full on out and get that one. I will hope that I can write a grant for it. If I can, I'll get it. If I can't, it may take me a while. I have to find one used on eBay. But that's pretty expensive. But like I said, oh, there it is. There's the information right there. It says it exceeds the RTX 3070. Now again, we don't know if that's a desktop one or the mobile one. I'm pretty sure it's the mobile one. That's just my guess. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video and enjoyed this information, go to Indiegogo now and get yourself on the waiting list to get this. So there's going to be a lot of people ahead of you, and it's going to be what's released on in August 2023. That ain't too bad because it's me right now. June, July, August, 3 months. Not too bad. Don't know exactly when in August. I mean, if I get one right now, I probably wouldn't get one in August. You probably have to be one of the early adopters. I mean, it would have been cool if I was an early adopter where I would get it during the summertime where I'm off work, where I can tweak it and get it together before I will go back to work. But like I said, if you want to get one, definitely go to Indiegogo, look it up, GPD Win Max 2 handheld gaming PC 77840U. So that's your title you want to type in. Get on the bandwagon, get one, tell them I sent you, but that's not going to get you any kind of discount. But hey, if you get one, let me know all about it. Can't wait to know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and information, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video.